Welcome or welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. For those that might find themselves here for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. We are the Light Renegades. We are a collective of Pleiadian beings bringing you information, disclosing information with regards to the galactic and spirit stratospheres. I think I want to start sharing at this point. We have some quite eclectic material on this channel, and I feel like I want to just leave everyone to just explore. So if you are here, you feel like this message perhaps isn't for you today, I do have a pre-channeled message from Lucifer. I would say head over to our playlist. We have some meditations, and Anna Maria, my fellow Light Renegade, has been bringing forward some really intricate information with regards to DNA and coding of DNA at this time, which has absolutely blown our socks off. And I think it's really potent at this time to be looking at the structures of our DNA, of our energy, and how it's actually really impacting our life in this present moment. So do head over to our playlist. You can find some channelings from myself and Anna Maria with regards to the Galactic Alliance, which is our fractal of the Galactic Federation of Light, the Grace Collective, the Pleiadian High Council, the Angelic Council, and yeah, some familiar faces that you might know with regards to celebrity and popular culture. And that being said, everyone, I've had quite an upsetting day. I've been quite sad for a very particular person that is out there at the moment with regards to celebrity culture. And I'm going to ask you all if you could actually send some love and light to a young boxer who is called Ryan Garcia. And I've had my eye on this being for some time. The powers that be on my side, my galactic teams, guided me to this person a few months ago. And I've been keeping an eye on them from that time. And I thought, I feel like I know what's to come. And yeah, this person is going through a really tough time at the moment with regards to the media and disclosing information with regards to the negative reptilian order and, the fallout that happens with that. So if you could all send some love and some light to Ryan Garcia, that would be amazing, everyone. But today's message from Lucifer had me in tears, and I will explain a little bit more about that at the end, everyone. But I feel like the messages that are coming forward from Lucifer at this time are so incredibly potent and personal to my own entire journey. And, I think I've been gearing up to be at this space in my journey too, to be able to be sharing a lot more of my personal life with regards to this journey and, what has been happening behind the scenes. I know a lot of you here know so much of my life already, but I feel like as this journey continues, there's just going to be more and more that is brought to the surface, and I'm learning more about myself as time goes on, everyone. And it might surprise some of you to know that throughout this process I haven't really been given that much information exactly about where I've been and how I find myself here today. I've done a lot of past life regressions which helped me, have snapshots of my journey, but I feel like I'm in a space now where I'm really ready to absorb more information and be able to take it, everyone. So I'm learning about myself as I go with these channelings, and I feel like Lucifer and I have a really close relationship, and I feel like everything that he is saying just rings so true to my personal experience. So I really hope that some of you out there will feel, a little bit of closure with regards to these messages as much as I've been. But today's message from Lucifer was titled, You Belong. And he started with, Dear souls, I know so many of you right now are crushed beyond compare. You are hurting, leaving the old world behind. Please understand that what is ahead of you is nothing short of a miracle in its own divine creation. So many of you have been fearing the future, fearing the trials to come. Please hear me when I say this. The world is crumbling. What once was will be no more, and for the highest good of all. Please know that it has been up to you this whole time to dare to say yes to yourselves and leave the fear, the turmoil, and the sadness behind. Life happens, karma is paid. You stretch and grow and bloom, only to shed, fall, sleep again. Cycles are here to be enjoyed. So many of you witnessing the here and now have endured so much, have gone through so much pain you dare not to share with others. What if I told you the fear and silence are a trap within themselves? What if I told you those in power wish to only silence you more and more? They wish to keep you in fear, lacking of voice. Your voice is powerful. Speak out and be proud of who you are, in all your flaws. So many have called for me because they felt outcast from society, because they felt outcast from the norm, traditions, their homes, or lack thereof. So many have screamed out in pain to be let out of this life. This is a trapping of the negative reptilian order. The pain that is felt is not of a frequency of your Earth's innate essence. Mother Gaia, she is whole and ever-growing. I was indeed introduced to her essence when it was the right time for me to be seen in my full light and glory. Mother will be the one to hold you in your times of need. Speak to her. With her, she holds the keys of lifetimes old. I know this may seem a strange message for Mai, but I promise you these messages will make sense in the not-too-distant future. Changes are on their way, and you'll be so proud you decided to take a chance on you. You'll be proud you decided to stay your course, change your path, and live for you. Yes, I see so many here, still seemingly heartbroken, bruised, or buried alive. I feel your pain. I do all that I can to ease your pain. Life is worth living. Anytime you feel it is not, please know you are breaking through the barriers, the shields that will hold you back from your light. You are breaking to break free. It is okay to feel in lack and confused. Know that this too shall pass. Do all that you can to hold yourself in light. Hold yourself, especially when you feel there is no one else for you. Spirits live, your ancestors live, your past over loved ones live. I am here, the angels are here, the galactics are here. We are all here to support you. You are never truly alone. This is what they, the darkness of this world, wishes you to feel. Remember, your heart will beat for as long as you are supposed to be here. Listen to your heartbeat. Follow your heart. And I felt so much emotion with this message, everyone. And a real long time ago, when Lucifer first started to make himself known to me through my personal channelings behind the scenes, he brought forward a symbol, which I don't think I'm going to share yet. But the symbol was regards to his energy and Mother Gaia coming together. And at that time, it just felt too out of the parameters of, perhaps I thought what was feasible for everyone to kind of resonate with at that time. But it just made so much sense to me that darkness was going to have to hit Mother Earth's energy at some point. And I feel like for the most part we've been holding the containers of this darkness within beings of light that have incarnated and come down here, Starseed, any galactic being that is here in the now. I feel like we've been strong holding to keep this dark essence at bay. But this idea of Lucifer's energy and Mother Gaia coming together to now fight this negative reptilian order, I feel like makes the most amount of sense to me. And it's on an energetic level, so I hope that you can kind of understand what I'm saying. But I've been feeling the vibration of this for some time. I've been feeling like Mother Gaia is just ready to push out anything that isn't ready to be moving forward in this journey. And I thought that's a massive part of this journey that I've been missing. I do have teams of light surrounding me, supporting me, but I thought Mother Gaia is going to do something real miraculous to help us survive. And I do truly feel that, everyone. And I don't know exactly what's to come, but I know her energy is so strong. And I have been connecting with Mother for a real long time on this spirit path. That was the first things that I started to connect into was nature. I wasn't really a nature bearing soul. I spent a lot of the time living in a city. I loved animals. I did love getting out in nature when I did get out in nature, but it wasn't that often. And as soon as I started this awakening path, I was just called to be outside. I wanted my feet to be bare on the ground. I wanted to, roll in the mud. I wanted to go foraging. I wanted to find and speak to the trees. The birds started to speak to me. The trees started to speak to me. Flowers started to speak to me. And I realized that it has been Mother that's been holding me. It was her this whole time when I couldn't hear my guides. It was her. It was her innate energy that was holding me. And this is what Lucifer is saying. She is powerful. We are all connected to this earth energy. And I think by us grounding down and being as grounded as we can in this space, we then gain more energy to everyone. But I was glad that Lucifer brought forward this idea of just being in utter pain and that being okay. Some of us are so sensitive right now to the vibrations. I myself is one of them. Are one of them? Is one of them. Can't speak. I myself am one of those beings. There we go. I often forget my words. I myself am one of those beings. And I really just have to hold myself in compassion, because sometimes I know what I'm feeling isn't actually my own feelings, everyone. And this idea of putting yourself in a bubble to detach from, collective energy is a thing, but sometimes I do sit and I do feel it, because I know I'm processing for others and not just myself, and that's going to be so many of you out there too. And this is not to say that you should be crippled in pain for others. It's not that. You will know if this is your path, what I'm speaking of. You will feel things sometimes, and you will know that it's supposed to be you that is feeling it, so that you can release it, and that be something that is affecting all of us. So I thank you, all of you out there that are engaging in that way with the energies at this time. And I give you all of my love and my strength behind the scenes, to everyone that is here, to everyone that is out there struggling. I spend a lot of time just sending my vibration out to those that are struggling, because I've had a really difficult this lifetime, really trying to ground myself in earth and be normal, as it were. And I'm so glad that Lucifer brought up this idea of just not being normal, and what does that even mean. And once we start to get past that layer of what is normal, then we start to understand that once you start questioning that, you hit the negative reptilian order influence, and then you start to break down all of the little structures, and you think, actually there is no such thing as normal. What is normal, popular culture, mainstream, has been infiltrated and has a stronghold connected to this negative reptilian order. And once you start to see that and understand that, you can really start to say, okay, I'm a sovereign being, and I need to create my own new normal. And that's exactly what Lucifer is saying. It's time for you to hold yourself. There was many times on this journey when I thought, I don't know what to do here. It was times when I couldn't speak to my guides. I was having quite a crippling awakening. I was just in pain a lot of the time. My bones were cracking. I felt like I was just confused. I thought I was ill. When I first started to awaken, I thought I was ill. I remember calling up my mother, and I was like, I feel really sick. And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't know. I've not felt like this before. I just feel really ill. And, then my mind started to implode on itself, and I started to feel very confused. And I thought, something is happening that I can't explain. And, now I'm 5 years later into this journey, and I look back and, I see how this is all played out. I see how the structures were crumbling in my own mind to set myself free. There is a cracking that has to happen from the inside out. And, this is then delving into the realms of, mental health and what that means. And, that's a whole other sector that I would actually quite like to get into, because I feel like there is a lot of people being diagnosed with things when, there is nothing wrong with them. They are just experiencing things that other people can't explain. And I just find it such a crushing idea that people feel so alone, and they're not taught that they can hold themselves or sit in their own light to give them strength. And I'm so glad that this has been brought forward within this channeling today, because I think that is our most potent power at this time, is sitting and experiencing our own vibration and that of Mother Gaia at this time. And please do call in any guys that you do still feel close to, but I think there is a strong essence of some of us might be having to go it alone for a little bit longer. So to those that are here, please know that you are truly not alone. We are here to support you. As Lucifer says, your ancestors, all passed over loved ones, pets, everyone else, teams of light that you might not feel are true or exist. They are there for you behind the scenes, but sometimes you're supposed to feel this aloneness so that you can crack open to be reaching those frequencies, everyone. And that is definitely something that's happened to me time and time again. My guides would disappear, and I felt truly alone. And it's so I would reach out to them again. So to those that might be feeling in utter despair, I feel like you might have been pushed into a corner to make you have a stronger faith in something. And whatever calls out to you at this time, please just know that it is for you. And I have a lot of strong opinions about a lot of things, but whatever is calling to you at this lifetime is supposed to be for you. I'm never going to say anything is wrong to be tuned into, because we're all on our own specific path. So whatever you feel like gives you the most strength right now of light, call out to that. It's going to be a very personal thing to you, your journey, and be accepting of that as well, everyone. But the thing that had me in absolute floods of tears when channeling this message was the end of this channeling. When Lucifer says, you remember your heart will beat for as long as you are supposed to be here. Listen to your heartbeat. Follow your heart. And I remembered that before I knew what I was, before I, long before I knew I was a starseed, I remember that my way to gauge whether I truly cared for someone or loved someone was that I would listen to their heartbeat, and it would feel like I could tune into their heartbeat at any time, no matter how far away they were. And I didn't understand what this meant at the time, precious little starseed over here, sensitive to all vibrations, but I would feel like oh, I can tune into that person's heartbeat. And I would remember, you know, specifically laying on, you know, my mother's chest for one, being one of those, or like, you know, significant relationships, you know, throughout my life. And I would know, because I would feel like I could just get into the rhythm of this other person's heartbeat. And I felt so comforted in hearing their heartbeat. And I don't know why, it was just a really precious moment to remember, you know, kind of not understanding who I am, but just feeling these frequencies at such a high level, you know, for my whole entire life. And I think there's going to be lots of you out there that have had these moments, and now you can look back and say, you know, I was tuned in this whole time. But I feel that's all from me and Lucifer today before I start crying on screen again. But, you know, you are never truly alone. Please don't hesitate to reach out to any of us at any time. We are here to support you. We are here to, you know, cheer you on. We are here to listen to you, to watch you cry. There's definitely something in being witnessed in your pain. And I think this is, you know, circles to come, everyone. But there is a trap in feeling alone. There is a trap in feeling silence. So make sure that you reach out if you need help. You know, reach out to your guides, reach out to people that you know you can trust, or you feel that you can trust. You can reach out to us at any time and speak your voice, speak your truth, be who you are, because it encourages others to do the same, everyone. But that's all from me and Lucifer today. Take care.